Yes, of course, we are going to see this transformation from this to this. Wow, this is one of my base hairstyles that I would also want you to learn on how to do it. So follow me and we do this together.
Morris, the crochet.
All right, now let me try to introduce myself. My name is Morris, the crochet master, and I work at Hair by Clippers, that is Clippers with Z. So first and foremost, we have to first make our line, and this line is always have to be very, very perfect. When I mean this line to be perfect, then I mean it to be straight. So you might choose the line on how to do it, others do it curvy, but on this specific hairstyle you need to make it straight for it to look very, very perfect. And I would recommend, please give it time when you're trying to make this line, and let it be straight the way you can see, because once it is not straight, it is going to make the whole hairstyle not looking good. So let's go through and we start our inward cornrows, and this is how it is. So to those ones who have been following me, of course we are doing it speedy, so that I just want you to see the art of this cornrow, because it is also very important. And of course, if I try to explain some things when it comes to these cornrows, all we need to focus on is the hair, the length of the hair, the thickness, because when the hair is very thick, also it matters. Now, when the hair is thick, it means somehow, somewhere you might change the cornrow, because all we need when about this hairstyle. Why would I say the cornrow? When the hair is thick, you'll find like when you try to do this same hair, this same cornrow, the one that you're going to see behind, it might be big, like how they call it, to shrink, or like shrinking, I think, like it becomes big. Now when it becomes big, you'll find like it creates the back bush when you're trying to trim this hairstyle, and you're going to see that. So now it means to those ones who with thick hair, your hairstylist will have to change the corner, either way to plait it round or somehow somewhere according to someone's art. But hers is not that thick and is not very long, so it is going to be very perfect. Like the cornrows are going to be very perfect for this. And remember, as usual, we always do the inward cornrows for our crochet to last longer. Now if you try to look at the sides, we did the small ones, and now here we're trying to do the bigger ones. Why? It is because you're going to see it in the video. Yes, so let's continue and see the art of this cornrow, and then I get back to you. Now, this is what I was trying to mean. If you try to look, like these side corners are smaller than these upper ones. So, of course, before all that, we have to first add in the ant itchy of as usual. We add in the ant itchy to protect the dandruff and everything, because it is 2-in-1, the MDC hair products, to those ones who would need to purchase it. So after it all, this is our hair extension. This is our extension that we're going to use. And of course, I've not added the brand, but of course, when you try to look at this, I try to make sure that I show it very well. It doesn't matter, as long as you have this kind of a hairstyle, this kind of extension, it can do a good work for you, because the only thing is all about the trimming, and then trimming, and then these other things like the shaping. Of course, that's what I mean. So of course, when we're trying to crochet, we're going to trim our hairpiece according to the length. For me, I'm going to trim 4 times, because it is somehow long, and when I know how I'm going to trim it, because I already know it. So you trim 4 according to the length of your extension, and yours might be longer than this, and then you trim accordingly, but this is the height that you can use. So now let's try to crochet. If you try to look at me when I'm trying to crochet, it is also somehow different. When you try to look here, let me try to change. If you look at these, the hook, how I'm hooking it there, it's not like I'm passing the hair down. And this, most of stylists, they don't know this trick. It is different from passing the hook down, and I will be explaining more about that when you go to my online classes. I will explain more when it comes to that. So now let's do it first, so that we conclude our hairstyle.
Number one, you know. A big thing, this. Yeah. Bano beba number one. Boli chimu bachikola from the art. Yeah. Obukugu wapulo. The moli muyiga bona bachiso. Yeah. Nobody can ever run them. Crochet master movie, he ma run them. Ujemviri bakuwa. Balinga high grade kwe basoma. All of them are styles, them are do for you. Them are make you look nice and sexy too, yeah. For the beautiful woman, yeah. Come around here by clippers, yeah. They are by clippers fire. They are by clippers fire. Dolina Chonga.
So after it all, this is why I made here big cornrows. Why? It is because the extension that I'm going to add in here are somehow bigger than the ones that I've been doing. And this is, I always explain this every time when we're trying to do this hairstyle, that whenever you're doing this hairstyle or whenever you're doing a crochet, the extension that you're adding on the crochet, the crochet extension is supposed to be equivalent to the cornrow that you're doing. And of course, I couldn't make this all cornrows are like the same size yet. I'm going to add this big extension up here. So that means if I would use the other same cornrow even up here, it would it would not look good, and not look good. She would feel pain. Okay, so right, that's why we don't do it, and then we just try to do the exactly cornrow that can be able, like, can fit that hair extension the way it is. So you can see when we passed in this one, it was very easy for us to get the same hairstyle. And after it all, still now you might see like this one is a bit longer. It's just because it is the same extension, just because this one I didn't trim. Okay, I just trimmed in the middle, and then this is a half of it. So you can see how we're twisting in. The twisting, you don't need to be you don't need to twist it hard. You just have to be as soft as possible, because since it has the curls, so it just it does it itself. Like the curls, when you're trying to twist it, it just twists itself like very, very well. So you don't need to make it very tight. So this is how we do, and let's get to another step. Now, like when everything is done, so we had start the trimming. And of course, I always tell you, when it comes to trimming, we always have different at the way of how we're going to style our hairstyle, or maybe how you feel you'd want to trim something, like the way someone can bring her hair for the haircut and then you shape it according to the client, or maybe according to how you feel is something that will look good for the according to a certain head shape. And this is what I'm trying to do right now. So let's do the trimming and we see how it is going to be. Now, in everything that we do, the last part, and this is it, it is the finishing. This is the most tricky and very hard moment, like when you have to prove yourself, like according to what you've been doing, how is it going to be, because the client is waiting for you to see the results on how you decided to bring that thing out. But if you try to look at this, I'm trying she's already looking nice according to how I see. And you see, I'm trying to arrange them, so it means somehow somewhere, even when you're trying to put these up, there's no need of overpacking them, and that's why we had to do the big cornrows, so that we maintain that. Since if it was small, if they were small, then there would be a lot here on top. So this is how you can always achieve these simple hairstyles, and you can see how she looks. And of course, I can always recommend this hairstyle to all of you who have weak hair and who want a stress-free hair that is not going to give you a hard time. You can swim, you can do everything with this hair, as long as you don't comb it. Most of people, they would get a comb, they start combing. No way, you don't comb this one. Remember, it's a crochet. Once you do that, that means it is going to pluck out, so you don't do that. So and this is how it looks, and I would like you to rate me from 1 to 100, guys, in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching from. Yes, I'll be there if you have any question that you need to ask about this hairstyle. Bye bye. May the Lord bless you all. My name is Maurice, the Crochet Master, and I work at Hair by Clippers. Our master classes are there, so click and we start together, or you can come and we start together learning. Bye bye. See you.